Hi everyone, I'm Robyn Youkilis and welcome to Quick Cook. For today's meal, I'm going to show you one of my favorite and super simple, straightforward meals. It's called a blender soup and it's my reverse roasted veggie and apple soup and it is absolutely delicious. And then we're going to serve that up with a perfectly fried egg and my version of kind of like a cheesy bread. So one tray, you want to cut up your vegetables that take less time to cook. So in this tray, we've got our roasted root vegetables. In here we've got carrots, sweet potato, and parsnips. So I went ahead and set the oven over to 375, 400, depending on your oven. I mixed these up with a little bit of olive oil, some spices of choice. Rosemary's delicious. I used Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. Get those roasting, and then they'll come out gorgeous brown like this. So next tray, we are going to do the vegetables that take a little bit less time. And one of my secrets in this dish is to use a chopped apple. Apple is going to make it super sweet and it's really extra yummy when you roast an apple and then add it to your soup. And getting that guy in the pan. Then next up, we've got a few cloves of garlic. You don't even really need to chop those. I just smashed it with the side of a knife, got it in the pan. Don't worry too much about what the veggies look like and how you're chopping them because everything that goes in here is just gonna get pureed. Super simple. So I already did a little bit of celery in here. This was just a couple of stalks of celery. And then the veggies that I'm using for this dish, you really can use anything. If you don't have parsnip at home, that's totally okay. A array of seasonings, also yum. So here's my Himalayan pink salt, which has a lot of wonderful minerals, some pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Let me give that a little bit of a mix, and you can use your hands. And if you've got kids, they can mix in here too. You might want to help them with the knives or do the knife part yourself, but they definitely can mix. So then this is gonna go on in the oven. And I just went ahead and set that for 20 minutes, but you might want to check it around 10 minutes. I tend to undertime things and then check in. So once you get that in the oven and it's roasting up, you can go ahead and boil your water. The water is what we're going to add to our blender once we put the veggies in there. So next up, I'm going to show you my absolutely delicious cheesy toast. Here's what you need. I've got some great gluten-free bread here. I am known for dropping knives. So go ahead and take your gluten-free bread that you love. It can be any variety. And then you're going to generously butter. Once we've got this buttered bread here, I'm gonna add a product called nutritional yeast. And if you've never heard of nutritional yeast before, it is a non-active yeast that tastes like cheese. And it's absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite products to use. So once our veggies are done in there, give them a little mix, take them out, set them aside, and then you want to set your oven on broil and go ahead and put your toast in there. Set your timer about 5 minutes depending on your oven, and we're going to broil this up till it gets bubbly and delicious and golden brown. So good. So me and the bump are going to make a perfectly fried egg. So I've got some butter in the pan here and a nice hot pan and some farm fresh eggs. You definitely want to eat the whole egg. There's a reason it comes exactly as is. Mother Nature intended all the vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and perfect protein that's in this egg to be eaten in a whole, complete package. So don't worry about the cholesterol thing. That's been proven a myth. So to bring this all together and actually puree our soup and get it ready to be eaten, all you've got to do is add your cooked, delicious roasted vegetables to a blender. All right, so we've got our roasted root veggies heading in here. I think I lost one. It's pretty good for me. And what you want to do is make sure that you save some of these beautiful roasted veggies because they're going to be your garnish. So just set some aside. Garnish always makes everything look fancy. And then we've got our next tray that just came out of the oven, and we're going to add this as well. Let me give that a little scoop. And really anything that you've got in your veggie drawer that's starting to die a sad death, throw it in here. When you're cooking and roasting it, it will come back to life. And then the trick is that you've got boiling water and you just add this to your blender and blend, and that's gonna end up with your soup. Just be careful, go slowly. It's okay if you spill a little. And you want to fill up your blender about halfway. You don't want to go higher than that because the whole thing can and will likely explode. Last thing that we're gonna put in here is a product called tamari. Now tamari is a wheat-free soy sauce, but you know those really delicious, super savory flavors that you get in soups in restaurants? They're using long cooking methods, you know, roasting mushrooms for an hour at a low temperature, and we don't have time for that at Quick Cook. So a great shortcut is to just put a little bit of tamari in here, about a teaspoon or two. So we've got our lid, and start on low and blend away. Okay, you may need to give it a little mix one time throughout. And sometimes you might need to add more water. I like to use as little water or broth as possible because I really want it to be all about those delicious vegetables. So, give this guy a little stir. What I would do here is definitely give your soup a little bit of a taste. If you need any additional seasonings, you'll want to add them here. Little taste, make sure you like the texture. Oh my God, that is so good. Every time, this soup is such a winner. So let's assemble this delicious and quick meal. So first up, we've got our soup from the blender going in this lovely bowl. We have our perfectly fried egg, which I'm really proud to say actually really did come out quite perfect. Look at that beauty. And really, it's all about the plating. We've got our little bit of roasted vegetables that we saved here. So we've got some parsley here, just chop that up. And adding a little bit of a fresh herb always adds a nice bright flavor as well. So I'm gonna grab the cheesy toast out of the oven. Look at that. Look at these beautiful little toasts we've got. Give it a little slice. You know what, I'm gonna go fancy. Slice on a diagonal. Add it to our plate. And there you've got your gorgeous, quick meal. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. That is so satisfying, so delicious. And you've got lunches and dinners for the whole week if you can keep your family from eating the entire bowl. Next up, the cheesy bread. Really, I'm here for the cheesy bread. I know my husband is too. It tastes indulgent, delicious, even a little bit sweet, and definitely cheesy and yummy. If you've got a family that might be a little freaked out by the nutritional yeast, go ahead and use Parmesan cheese, but really, they probably would still think that that was Parmesan cheese, and it's absolutely delicious. Well, as you guys can see by the clock, I made it. I did a simple, delicious, and super healthy meal in under an hour. And if you even want to buy some pre-roasted vegetables and do the rest of the process, I won't tell anybody you took an even quicker shortcut. I'd love for you guys to follow me on social media. We'll give you all that info because I've got hundreds of recipes and I want to know what you want to hear from me and see me make on The Quick Cook. So I'm Robyn Youkilis, and eat well, but be quick about it.